So MGT, we officially back. Now, I've been recording a series of videos for the past like 2 weeks. Okay, I haven't posted them yet, but I am making content. Got to make an appearance today, dog, because today's a special day. Um, I have been able to rekindle a certain type of inner flame within me that for some reason it went out. You feel me? I was going through stuff in life, um, dealt with a lot of different types of females, who had baggage, had kids, daddies, all types of stuff. You feel me? It was a lot, right? And why does it look like I'm at the bottom of the? Is this moving? I don't know. Same old shenanigans, right? So dealt with a lot of different type of energy, right? Dealt with um building up my life force energy, being on semen retention, attracting a female that you know what I'm saying, I guess like we were meant to, I guess at the time we were meant to be, or at least that's what we thought. And she kind of called it quits. You feel me? There's been plenty of times where I've always put in a lot of energy into people and I don't get the energy reciprocated. You feel me? And with that being said, I got to this point, I want to say about 5 or 6 nights ago, had a dream, lucid dream. I don't even think I was supposed to have this lucid dream, right? But within this lucid dream, it was like I heard every single word and I remembered it like when I woke up in the morning and throughout that day. Now, I can't tell you verbatim exactly what was going on in the lucid dream, but based on what I remember, it was teaching me how to use my throat chakra and also teaching me how to assert myself and just understand that like sound vibration is powerful. How you project the energy that you have produced based on being on retention, going through just ups and downs when it comes to the spiritual realm, spiritual journey, how you sound, obviously how you carry yourself, but how you sound actually, believe it or not, plays a huge role in how you can manifest. My specific thing, the very thing that that was wrong with me was again, um, through the spiritual realm within my lucid dream. Yeah, I'm not speaking enough, or I'm not speaking like how I should speak, or I'm not accessing different parts of my subconscious mind that I should be accessing. Also within this lucid dream, it was telling me about who I was in my prime. We've all had like different times being a man. We've all experienced time, different points of time where we have hit our prime. You feel me? And there's always it's levels to different types of primes. You feel me? Whether it's like growing your hair, uh, bodybuilding, playing basketball at a high level, um, college, whatever it is. You feel me, bro? Within this lucid dream, it was telling me just be who I really am, be myself. Because for the past 2 to 3 years, I have been kind of reserved, putting myself on a back burner, and now I'm becoming a victim based on like who I'm hanging around, taking on their energy, their likeliness or whatnot, kind of doing what they're doing, and just because like for me, I think it was more so me coping after the fact that I put in a lot of energy to my ex-girlfriend and she called it quits. Now, I'm not trying to say it's all her fault, but based on me going through so much disappointment when it comes to finding the one, it got to a point where I was at a point where it's like, I don't really care. Like, because everybody be like, you know what I'm saying? Just get money. You don't give a fuck, da da da, XYZ. Like, fuck love, XYZ, right? But through just me going through this journey by myself, not having to worry about being in a relationship or anything like that, I learned that, like, number one, you can actually love someone without them loving you back, but don't do it to the point where it's like it becomes toxic or it becomes obsessive where it's like you go crazy over somebody. You can love somebody from a distance, but you don't have to talk to them. You Rule number one, honestly, you gotta love yourself first. You gotta put yourself first. Like dead ass serious. Like if you want to be successful in life, and I tell myself this every day, if I want to be successful in life, bro, I gotta focus on myself, bro. I have to be comfortable with myself. I have to be happy. I have to make sure that like, because this is what happens when you have a lot of life force energy and you're, you know, on a spiritual journey, and whatnot, eating right or whatnot, you enter a realm within the mind where it's super creative. Like you can you become like a comedian low key, a scientist, um, so many different types of like titles you become based on you, I would say, accessing the higher parts of your mind, the subconscious mind, where you can tap into the infinite intelligence. You become very witty, you become very just knowledgeable of everything. Like when you can tap into that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? I was able to do that over the past few weeks, and I'm just at this point now where like I am thankful for getting to a point where I'm moving on in life. There's certain problems that I had, certain personal issues that I had that I like, I let go. Certain people that I was like tied to, certain friendships, certain like uh women that we had like a toxic relationship, because I ain't gonna hold you. Them toxic ties, that should be a real thing. You feel me? Keeping in contact with the female that like you already know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And this push pull game is like it just gets old after a while, right? So I've let go a lot of things, got back to being to myself, got back to even when like I it got to a point where like even when I was by myself, I still had to be on guard and have my defense up, because there are unseen entities that still can manipulate your energy, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? We got Wi-Fi that exists, but we can't see Wi-Fi. It does exist though. You get what I'm saying? So I got to a point where I'm like, I'm becoming so conscious of myself, all the way down to the point where I like, okay, I'm about to lay down, go to sleep type shit, or whenever I'm by myself, bro, because those are the moments, believe it or not, if you happen to have, because I've had struggles, you feel me, of having emotional ups and downs where I'm by myself, and now I'm talking myself into a vibration that is toxic, that is low vibrational, whether it leads to a relapse based on being in that vibration. What I was able to figure out was that you can actually control the energy within you when you, because it's kind of like basically you're doing like a bunch of things at once. It's a mental picture. You're kind of using your third eye when you're doing this too, and then you're also using, I'd say, like your sixth sense. When your body gets goosebumps, that's like a kind of like an example of your sixth sense going off. So I found out that like there was a certain vibration that was stalking me, bro. And every time when I got into that vibration, I didn't know, you feel me? I didn't have no logical thinking as to what was going on. I was just going through the motions. Until one day I figured out like, wait, this is what I'm feeling. Okay, so this is what I'd be feeling if I'm, whether it's, again, having certain cravings, or just different types of temptations. I found out that like it's a mind thing, and you can kind of control how you feel, and based on what you think, you can take that energy and move it throughout the body. You can channel that and you can change it into something positive. That's what I was able to do for the first time. When I did that shit for the first time, I was just like, oh shit. So even if like, you know, I get sad out of nowhere, every time when I feel an emotion, because sometimes being sad, being depressed, or feeling alone, sometimes that's not even you doing it by yourself. Believe it or not, the powers that be, they have certain like devices that set out certain frequencies to put people in a certain vibration so they can, of course, do low vibrational things. So every time when I get like my magnetic field is interrupted and I feel like an emotional shift or a downfall, I I just know how to control the feeling based on like, okay, let me be present. I'm feeling mad. I'm feeling sad, right? Usually I feel it within the solar plex area, within my gut feeling. Like when it comes to like you paying attention to your gut is like another brain by itself. So you feel me? It's a I'm able to basically, whenever like I have like certain different energies flowing through the body, um, you could tell that, okay, for example, if you are heartbroken, you're gonna feel energy here. Your chest is gonna hurt. If a chick, like, you feel me, smash your bro, you gonna feel some type of that shit gonna hurt. You gonna feel it right here. You feel me? Your chi energy, it constantly moves throughout the body. You have to keep a steady flow within the body. The reason why a lot of people sometimes struggle with retention is because they don't know how to move that chi energy down from their root chakra up to higher chakras, or just keep it moving in general. You feel me? Um, you don't have to stay, quote unquote, in the mood, or like, damn, I have an urge. So you don't have to stay in the energy. You can move that energy throughout the body. You feel me? So, and that's again, that's the chi energy. That's how I see it, at least. Where it's like you can focus energy within your hands, uh, within your legs. If you trying to dunk, you know what I'm saying? Um, you can channel and move energy with your mind for real. You know what I'm saying? We are all alchemists. We all can do like supernatural things. The reason why a lot of us don't really tend to tap into our supernatural powers are because we pay attention to too much low vibrational thoughts, emotions, and habits. For me, based on all the stuff that I know, bro, because I know better, I've messed up in like the worst way possible. You know what I'm saying? Based on by my standards. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and for the creator, for God to still be there, or for God to like bring me through certain things that he knew I could handle without like crashing out and totally losing my, you know what I'm saying, losing my mind. God, and we gonna have to have a conversation about God and on in a different day as far as like the actual creator. But like I was able to go through so many dimensions of different experiences to know that, like, number one, nobody can tell me nothing now based on just like what I personally have gone through. And when I reawaken myself, because sometimes it takes like a bad experience, or sometimes it takes usually it takes a bad experience for people to learn their lesson, believe it or not. I don't know why, like, humans were just like that. We gotta mess up sometimes. But to the people who, quote unquote, haven't messed up, or like, you're on your journey, or you feel like, man, it's getting boring, no, it's actually getting interesting. Understand, again, if you ever hit a wall or whatnot, that's just that you can channel that energy. You can move that energy from like being depressed and down to being motivated and driven, just by doing certain little exercises, push-ups. Out of like, if you can do some push-ups, do some push-ups. The deep breaths for me is probably like the best thing as far as like how to move energy, how to deal with stress and trauma when the body goes through it. Because when you go to work, when you're in a stressful situation, there's you're gonna feel stressed out throughout the body. The best way and the thing about it is, like, if you're not present, and if you go through the day and you stress yourself out and you don't calm yourself down, you don't get a chance to meditate. And I'm not talking about like smoking or nothing either, because depending on smoking, it's gonna you have to learn how to like feel your emotions in order to kind of get over them if they are like low vibrational or negative. But like, you gotta understand that like that can affect you on a level where it's like all of a sudden all this built up energy, especially if you're retaining your seed, built up energy, it can turn into aggressive energy, and it can get chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. You feel me? And this is based on you spending energy throughout the day, dealing with stressful people, stressful environment, and you not managing your energy, bro. You're gonna have energy blockage. So the best way to stay on the journey, bro, is to stay locked in, stay present. Whenever you feel an emotion, definitely question it. Try to just investigate yourself, like learn yourself, study yourself. Even if you keep messing up over and over again, study how you mess up so you can master yourself to know, okay, like I was in this state of mind to even think this way, to even relapse this way. Now you can actually beat your past self, and certain habits can dissipate, like literally. You feel me? That's what I've been learning, bro. Uh, and yeah, like I said, bro, today's a special day, bro. I feel great. Uh, I've been traveling, been working, um, and again, I had some really, really, really dark days. But I feel like most of those days are like behind me, to be totally honest, bro. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Like even if I have like a quote unquote down day, it's like I know it's a matter of like having the ability to move the life force energy throughout the body and then keep myself balanced. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to go out in public and be very confident. I can tell the world is still not ready for Moody Starr. Like they still not. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I'm the type of person to learn from my mistakes. Again, I've made so many mistakes, bro. So many mistakes, dog. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. God has given me the ability to be the messenger. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, dog, you have your own unique experience. You know what you're going through. You know what your habits are. You know what you need to tighten up on. I'm not telling you how to live, bro, but like if you want to have a better life, if you do want to hear me out, it's simple, bro. Focus on what you do. Like don't even judge yourself, but just be yourself and see, okay, I'm doing too much of this. Maybe I have to take a step back from this. You feel me? Oh, I'm holding on to a thought of my ex and I only talk to these types of girls because it reminds me of my ex. You know what I'm saying? Like be honest with yourself. Because when you be honest with yourself, you can be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna call myself out. Like, you know what? I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna do something different. And half the time, depending on what age you are, again, you've reached certain milestones within your life before. You can uh you can tap back into that energy and recreate something that's better and that works like so much more accurate for you based on your age and what you got going on within your life. You feel me? So the name of the game now for me at this point, because again, I've been through ups and downs, took some time away from YouTube a little bit, but the name of the game for me now is just, you know, dropping videos every day again. MGT, we out here just getting back to business. Again, I was recording some videos, going through some trial and error types of times, and I was just seeing what works and what didn't work. And now I'm at a point where like I'm I'm feeling like I'm entering like the golden age or like a new prime for real. You feel me? And I'm seeing different types of confirmation. God has been blessing me. Um, and this is just the start, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing for me is holding myself accountable. I will not be making no videos, no spiritual videos, because mind you, through my little break, I had some relapses. I'm not gonna lie. Not the whole time I wasn't no damn angel. I had some relapses. I had to go back in the lab and regroup. You feel me? But for me, and just for my morals, I will not be dropping no videos if I'm not living what I'm talking about. Or if I feel like I'm struggling with what I'm talking about, I'm going to struggle with it. I'm going to learn from it. And then once I beat it and once I get to a new level, that's when I could talk about my experience. But other than that, I'm not going to be out here trying to tell y'all, hey, do this, do that. And I'm over here tripping and I'm messing up. I just got to keep it real with myself and especially with y'all, especially the subscribers who have been patient, especially in the past couple of months. We out here though, bro. It's being your boy Moody Starr. Intro for the outro. If you know, you know. Should I do that, man? MGT, what it do? It's your boy Moody Starr, and I'm back here with another video. If you know, you already know what to do, man. Become a subscriber, like the video, and join MGT. This is a channel where I like to highlight current events and talk about my spiritual walk in this beautiful, fucked up, sideways ass matrix. Now, first of all, I gotta say a special shout out to anybody that's holding on to their energy, going within and being high vibrational. Here at MGT, this is what we do. We work on ourselves every single day. Intro for the outro. You see the TV mount, it's gone. Okay? We not only did we turn the TV off, but we took the TV off. Like, we took it off. Like, it's not even in the building right now. You know what I'm saying? Tune into your inner power, bro. Tune into your inner power. Be patient with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Learn on being consistent. Be your true self, and you'll be fine, bro. Trust and believe, dog. Everything gonna be good. God got us. I'm gonna definitely see you guys on the next video, bro. Peace.